We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. Look, tomorrow's Super Tuesday, and I want to thank you all. I tell you what, I'm rushing ahead, aren't I? Oh, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Anyway, look, folks, let me get right to it and understand you drop through the floor, Jim, if you're not out in 7 minutes. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other guy. Give me a look, though, okay? That's all I've really got to say to you. I got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. I'm looking at the clock down here. And folks, one of the things I'm proudest of is getting passed, getting moved, getting control of the Paris Climate Accord. I'm the guy that came back after meeting with Deng Xiaoping. And making the case that I believe China would join if we put pressure on them. We got almost. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. And I tell you...
And when they cut to the President of the United States...
We can handle, with a lot of difficulty, 8 years of Donald Trump. But if we have... 4 years of Donald Trump. But if we let it happen... I'm proud to say I was one of the first people to support Harry for being the majority leader, and before that, the whip in the Democratic House, the Democratic Senate. It would put 720 million women back in the workforce. It would increase the GDP, to sound like a wonk here, by about 0.8%. It would grow the economy. Friend, and she's a friend. She's been my friend in and out of public life. I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts.
We choose truth over facts.
When Bobby Kennedy and Dr. King had been assassinated in the 70s, I want to thank Rich Fitzgerald, the Allegheny County Executive, for being here. And all my time in public life, from since I've gotten involved, the country wasn't built by Wall Street bankers, CEOs, and hedge fund managers. If the enterprise hit hard times, everybody took a hit. Union workers, the UAW, took incredible cuts in their future and their pensions and the left to get GM working. They also got that last year and try to cut wages or freeze wages for their people. Right today, the same is happening in big hospital systems. I think we have to rethink. Look, anyway.
Well, here's your opportunity right now to just say you apologize, you're sorry. I think we can clean this up right now.
Well, by the way, I did. I understand.
Right. Yeah.
We haven't. There's so much more work to do to figure out how. The one important thing I know. Well, I tell you what the deal was. I did not. What I didn't want to do, and I didn't want to, quote, invade space. I didn't want to get in a situation where this became, and then when I heard all this about and it was legitimate, expecting a call every time the phone rang, and so I spoke to some leading women advocates in this area, someone newer.
You know, I think what she wants you to say is, I'm sorry for the way I treated you, not for the way you were treated. I think that might be closer.
Well, but I'm sorry the way she got treated. In terms of, I never heard say, if you go back and look what I said and didn't say. How we define what constitutes a successful economy. Folks in America don't think their children are going to have the same standard of living they had. How can a person, dignity be maintained? Why they do that? It means investing much more in medical research to conquer devastating diseases like cancer and addiction and Alzheimer's. And so, folks, when those folks came, remember when he came down down his gilded escalator.
What would happen with you in this
No,
president?
but everybody knows who this guy is. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm looking forward to this, man. Come here, man. Hey, man. So, like, for example, I actually thought in my head when I walked out here, I mean, do I...
I know.
We're friends.
It's tricky.
No, but I should be able to read better. But I have never in my life done anything in approaching a woman that has been, other than trying to bring solace. I'm used to, like one of your staff was, I think it's really important we listen. Whether I sit down next to somebody and it's not invited to sit down. So that's my responsibility. I have to be more aware, and it's totally legitimate. But anyway, I think it's legitimate, and I think it is. And to anyone, but I don't think anyone's ever said.
But they have also said we'd like an apology.
Well, look, I'm really sorry if they.
Nancy Pelosi wants you to say, "I'm sorry that I invaded your space."
Sorry, I invaded your space. I mean, I'm sorry this happened.